This is professional wrestler Chris Rex, and you're listening to the Playmaker's Blog Podcast, my only destination for sports talk radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special episode of the Playmaker's Blog Podcast. It's been a while since the Playmakers has done a podcast episode besides the best on the mic. And I am here, your host, down there, the Playmaker, sounds out from Jacksonville, Florida. Here just to give you a special. We're just going to talk some football stuff. We're going to talk some basketball stuff. And we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump right into it. We're going to start off talking some football. We're going to talk NFL because, Patrick Mahomes, that deal he signed for a whopping 10-year contract extension worth $450 million. So it's an extension with me is added to his previous contract, which gives it a grand total of a 12-year with a maximum earning of $503 million with $477 million in guaranteed incentives. So the real thing is $140 million is automatically guaranteed to this man. But the rest of the contract can be earned with incentives and if he's other stuff that's happened. Look, the man just came off winning the Super Bowl. The man just come off winning the final Super Bowl MVP. And this man's contract is ridiculous. Patrick Mahomes is a $500 million man if everything plays out correctly. But at the same time, I think I seen it on Twitter. The cap hit for the Kansas City Chiefs for this upcoming season is about $30,000 after this contract. What? This means the Kansas City Chiefs can keep their team, can keep their Super Bowl team. It means look out. We could be on the verge of a dynasty here because of this contract and the way that they split it out over 10 years. Like, come on, man. They had a press conference on Tuesday talking about it, and Coach Andy Reid says it's a win-win, which I don't see no difference. I don't see a disagreement. It's a win for the player because, hey, the man getting paid. The man's getting paid. And it's a win for the organization because they ain't losing much in cap. They can keep building. They can build a dynasty if they really want to now. Like, look, this man here, Patrick Mahomes, is out this world. We know this. We seen in the first two seasons that he became the starting quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. The man is unbelievable. 2018 NFL MVP, and then 2019, as I just mentioned earlier, he won the Super Bowl and was Super Bowl MVP. The man does great things. The man is a magician, and he just got the richest contract in sports history. Like, he has a 12-year deal, over $500 million in money. Like, who does that? Usually, Patrick Mahomes has baseball money in a football league. That's pretty much what it is because they showed it on Get Up on ESPN. The other three guys who have double-digit contracts, all three of them in baseball. One of the main ones is Mike Trout, who signed his 12-year deal that is worth $426.5 million contract for the Los Angeles Angels. Like, Patrick Mahomes is just set the bar. Matter of fact, he ain't even set the bar because I don't see nobody else getting this kind of money. Lamar Jackson, he might get somewhere at the $3 million, maybe $4 million. Not $500 million. I don't see Lamar Jackson. I don't see Deshaun Watson getting this kind of money. As a matter of fact, I need to get Deshaun Watson out of Houston because I don't know what Bill O'Brien got going on down there in Houston, Texas. Dak Prescott, he just signed a franchise tag for $31 million this upcoming season. I don't see him getting paid nowhere close to that, especially with Jerry Jones. That's a whole nother issue with the Cowboys that I might speak on later. I don't know yet. But anyway, The Kansas City Chiefs, they got their franchise quarterback for the long haul. They got him to at least 2031. Mahomes, he got his money. He not only he got his money, he got his family money. He got his kids' money. He got his grandkids' money. He got his great grandkids' money. He has about 4 generations worth of money. That's how ridiculous this contract is. This man can take care of 4 generations off this one contract, and everybody's set for life. They don't gotta do nothing. Go to school, get your education, get your college degree, build something for yourself. But you got the money. You got the money. Patrick Mahomes is a made man. I don't blame him. And plus, he signed this kind of contract during the pandemic. Like, COVID-19 is still going on, and this man is... And the Kansas City Chiefs decided, hey, let's go ahead and pay you now. Just go ahead and get it out the way. Can I be like Patrick Mahomes, people? Can I be like Patrick Mahomes, please? I really want to be like Patrick Mahomes right now. I want to be able to sign a stupid behind deal like this and say, shoot, my great grandkids I taken care of. I'm good. Patrick Mahomes, man. What can you say? The man, is he worth it? I believe so. I believe he's worth it. I know we had a Twitter poll on our Playmakers Blog Twitter page. We had a Twitter poll out there and to see how people felt about the deal. Let me go to it right now and see what it says. And all the votes that we got, and everybody agreed. Everybody think it was worth it. I can't blame him. It's Patrick Mahomes. The man deserved. The man has done crazy things. But he only has 1 Super Bowl. He only has 1 now. He only has 1. We saying we don't have a problem with it. We saying we agree with it. But time will tell. Because Tom Brady never come close to that kind of money in New England. And he has 6 Super Bowls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Super Bowls by Tom Brady and New England Patriots. And Tom Brady ain't never get close to that kind of money. Never close to that kind of money in New England. So, time will tell in the next decade of how Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs will go down in history on this contract right here. On this contract right here, because let me tell you something. This contract right here is crazy. It's crazy. But there is something that some people looked into. It kind of caught my eyes because there's some things in this contract that need to be looked at. So, let me see, where did I see it at? I think I seen it on ESPN. Let me make sure I'm right. Yep, on ESPN. As we sit here and look at it, Bill Barnwell, and this article is on ESPN.com, by the way. He says he might very well make more than $500 million over the next 12 years, but the chances that the two sides choose to ride this deal all the way out to 2031 are low. The structure of the deal, the history of the quarterback contracts, and the recent path of salary caps all suggest that the Chiefs and their star aren't likely to see the final few years of this contract under the current terms. Now, that says a lot. That says a lot. So, let's see what it says. For this deal to play out as planned to its conclusion, Mahomes would need to be just good enough to justify these massive roster bonus without being good enough to justify a new extension. More realistically, he will play out a portion of this deal and then earn a new extension down the line, well before 2031. The structure of this deal makes me think that it will end up as a 6-year, $183.4 million before the two sides negotiate a new contract after the 2025 season finishes, which will reduce $319.2 million of this deal to pay money. So 2025 could be the holdup in this whole 12-year contract. Now he got an extension. But, we're going to see We gonna see, because this man is getting paid. So we don't know what all of the sentences is. We don't know all the details was in the contract. But, man, if this contract makes it through this deal, we talking $500 million man here in Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs. But as I just read on ESPN.com, 2025 can tell the tale if this contract is going to make it through or not. 5 years. 5 years now. 5 years. In 5 years, we're going to see. Time will tell, though, because matter of fact, speaking of the number 5, you 5 championships away from catching New England. Tom Brady. You got 1. You need 5 more. So we going to see. We going to see. But that's one hell of a contract. That is one hell of a contract that you got there, sir. But time will tell. And you got it during the pandemic, which is even more amazing. You got it through a COVID-19 pandemic where there's no sports, really. Like, how does that happen? Talk about favor of God. That man got it. I don't care what y'all say. That man got favor on his life. I ain't here to judge him. I'm just saying the man got favor on his life. That's all I got to say on that. So, as far as other stuff in the NFL, looks like NFL still gonna do things. They still gonna keep everything going. They're starting the preseason. The 2 games, I believe. They took out the Hall of Fame game, and they took out the first 2 weeks of preseason. The NFLPA, they don't want no games. That is true. They don't want no games. We gonna see, because if everything goes according to plans like the NFL wanted, the season should start on time, which is in September. But we gonna see, because man, we talking big games to start off the weekend, week 1 in the NFL. Just let me pull this up real quick and look at the games real quick, because this is a good game. You talking about September 10th was the original start for the 2020 season. You talking about Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans going against that $500 million man we just talked about in Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, as they raise up that banner for the Kansas City Chiefs. That Super Bowl banner, ring ceremony and everything. That's the night. I mean, ooh. Can we get there? We in July. We still got to get through the rest of July and August to be sure we can get some NFL football. But if we do, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes, at it again. Now they met twice last season. The first one, Deshaun Watson got Patrick Mahomes, but in the playoffs, we kind of remember Deshaun Watson and Texans was up 20, and they lost by 20. Yeah, and that's the playoffs. Ugh. But we'll see. Man, what else we talking? We talking about with Tom Brady out in the East, and Cam Newton signed with the New England Patriots. Let's not forget about Cam Newton is with the New England Patriots. A lot of people were saying that Cam Newton probably need to go to New England. I ain't want to go to New England. Everybody, if you know me well enough, you know I can't stand the Patriots. I can't stand Bill Belichick. I can't stand the Patriot way. I can't stand none of that crap. But Cam Newton, he's in the NFL. I'm happy for him. I'm glad that he had Cam, but I did not want your ass in the Patriots uniform. You could have been in any 30 teams besides Carolina, because you don't want to play for them. And they release you. That's the point of going back. And New England, you can pick any other 30 teams. I don't care. I don't care. He doesn't want you in New England. But you in New England, we're going to see. You got to battle Jared Stidham for the quarterback position and Brian Hoyer. But who believes Brian Hoyer is going to get the starting job in New England? Let's just be for real. It's really pretty much Jared Stidham versus Cam Newton to be the following starter behind after Tom Brady left. Who's going to avoid the shoes of TB12 as TB12 took his behind down to Tampa to play with the Buccaneers? So, that being said, you got the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills open up in week 1. Green Bay and Minnesota open up in week 1. Come on, we got Aaron Rodgers versus Kirk Cousins out the gate. We're going to have the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Seattle Seahawks out the gate. Like, the Bucks and the Saints getting at it. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees right out the gate. Come on, this is week 1 we're talking about here. And my personal favorite, the damn Dallas Cowboys taking their ass to LA to take on my Rams as we open up SoFi Stadium. I knew $1 billion stadium or $1 million stadium. I could be wrong either way. But our new stadium out in LA. And the Cowboys, the team we get open it up with on Sunday Night Football. As usual, your 2 Monday night games. You got the Giants and the Steelers. Interesting. The Titans and the Broncos. I'm just saying. We got some good games for you if we can make it, though. Question is, can we make it there through this pandemic? That's the question that needs to be answered. So, if we get in football, there's going to be a lot to talk about. So, let me take a break here, give you a word from my sponsors, and when I come back, we're going to talk NBA. What's up? How's it going? You already know my voice. You know who I am. This is Donnie the Playmaker Silence from the Playmakers Podcast. And you know, I just want to take some time and talk about Anchor FM, as we've been using Anchor FM for over 2 years now, and it's been very good to us. It's been very great for us. So for those of you who trying to get into the podcast world and you need a hosting platform and you don't have the budget and you want to do something free just to try it out to see where you at, try Anchor FM. Anchor is the one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid right away. So when you hear this, you know, it sounds good enough. But I'm telling you right now, give it a shot. Anchor FM, by it being free, it gives you opportunity to step into the podcasting world and let you do your own thing. So if you want to give it a shot and you want to try to make some money or just do podcasting as a hobby, go to anchorfm.com/start to get started right away. And remember, once you get started, hit us up at the Playmakers Blog so we can listen to you at the show. Good luck. All right, we're back. We thought our NFL talk, but now let's get to the NBA. Let's talk some basketball, shall we? So we all know the NBA, along with MLB, will be the first two leagues to do a restart and see if we can have sports do a pandemic. The NBA, they will be starting up on July 30th with 22 teams invited down to Orlando, Florida for the Bubbles games. And how we see it is training camps. Teams should be rolling to Orlando right about now. They'll take some couple of days to quarantine, take tests and all that other stuff. They'll do something like a training camp stuff and get in the NBA shape, stuff like that. And then on the 22nd through the 28th, there'll be scrimmage games. And the way these scrimmage games are going to work is that I think all teams will get like 3 scrimmage games. All 22 teams will get like 3 scrimmage games that will stretch out from the 22nd through the 28th, just to get them in basketball shape, to get them in the rhythm and flow of being back on the court, being back into NBA shape, getting things rocking and rolling and stuff like that. The teams that are joining this group out of the East, you have the Milwaukee Bucks, the Toronto Raptors, the Boston Celtics, the Miami Heat, Indiana Pacers, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Brooklyn Nets, the Orlando Magic, and the Washington Wizards. 9 teams out in the East, 13 out in the West, led by the Los Angeles Lakers and the Los Angeles Clippers, the Denver Nuggets, the Utah Jazz, Oklahoma City Thunder, the Houston Rockets, Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies, Portland Trail Blazers, New Orleans Pelicans, Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, and the Phoenix Suns. So those were the teams that will be competing to get into the playoffs. Even though most of them are already there, they are still keeping the conference versus conference playoff matchup. So the games, this would be eight games will be played for each team before the playoffs begin. So, with that being said, as I said, the scrimmage games, they will get into shape. They'll be played at the ESPN Right World Sports Complex down there in Walt Disney World, stuff like that. There'll be no fans in attendance. Pretty much everybody who's going into the bubble, they're going to be without their family for pretty much almost 3 months, close to 3 months. So, we talking 8 games starting from July 30th to August 17th, because the first round begins August 17th. Conference semifinals to begin at the end of August 31st. And then the finals are set to begin September 15th, with the NBA finals being finalized on September 30th. But there's an option that the finals can go all the way up to October 15th. If I remember correct, I think it said October 15th. But they don't want to go. They don't want to go too far along, so they gave themselves room just in case they have to, just to make sure they get the finish to the season. Yeah. So July 30th is the start date. The finals will end no later than October 13th. So they wanted to end at the end of September, but if they have to, they'll push it back to the 13th of October. Now, they still working on protocol. They're still working out languages and stuff like that. They couldn't do the number wave of how you get into the playoffs because each team has played a different amount of games. So instead, they are going by winning percentage. So as it has it here on NBA.com, it varies by team, but most of the 22 teams will play 72 or 73 games after the eight seeding games are added to the regular season. So with everything added, the Dallas Mavericks would have played the most because they would have been at 75, and Lakers and Spurs would have been at the least because they had played 71 altogether. So this is how the playoffs will be worked. 7 teams in each conference with the best record, regular season and seeding games, will have clinched a playoff spot. The usual tiebreaker scenario will be in place for those seeds. The A seed could potentially come down to a play-in tournament. And what do they mean by play-in tournament? If the team with the A seed, with the 8th best record in its conference, is within 4 games, is more than 4 games ahead of all the other teams, especially the team right behind them in the same conference. No play-ins there. But if the A seed team in the conference has a 4-game or less lead on the 9th-seeded team, there will be a play-in. And in the play-in, the AC team will have to beat the 9th seed team one time, but the 9th seed has to beat them twice to get in. That's how the playoff tournament will begin. So let's say, for instance, right now, the Memphis Grizzlies are in the 8th spot in the Western Conference right now. And right behind them is the Portland Trailblazers. So if everything stay status quo, the Grizzlies will have to beat the Trailblazers only one time to keep their spot and make the playoffs. But the Trailblazers will have to beat the Memphis Grizzlies twice to get the 8th spot. That's what they came up with on it. Some like it, some don't. It is what it is. But hey, pretty much what they're saying is, if you're the 9th seed team and you're trying to get that 8th spot from them, beat them twice and get in. But if you're the 8th seed and you have to play again, just win one game. That's all they're saying. They're just telling the 8th seed you already have the spot. Just win one game against the 9th seed and you're good. The 9th seed has to beat you twice. So if you lose the first one, you can beat them in the second one and still get in. But if you lose both, then the 9th seed becomes the 8th seed. So that's that. So the playoffs will be the same, East versus West. The same format as usual. 1 through 8 on the East, 1 through 8 on the West. And we're gonna find out who's gonna be the champion. The NBA draft, which does take place within the middle of the playoffs, will be on August 25th. So those who are entering the NBA draft and those who are interested in seeing who gets drafted, August 25th is your date for the NBA lottery, not the draft. Excuse me, not the draft, the lottery. NBA lottery is at August 20th. It's August 25th. The NBA draft, however, August is October 16th. So let me say that again to clarify. The lottery, to see who gets number 1 through 5 and all those picks, like we usually do, August 25th. The NBA draft, August 26th. And just the thing with the NBA draft. The early entry deadline will be August 17th. And the early withdrawal deadline would be August 6th. So players from college and around the world, they can put their names into the draft as early as August 17th. If they want to withdraw, they have until October the 6th to withdraw. So you have about a good 3 weeks to make your mind up. Do I want to go in the NBA draft? Do I want to stay where I'm at and do something else? So you have that time period. August 17th to October 6th, that's your time period to see if you want to play in the NBA or get drafted or not. It's a lot to go through in this protocol. The free agent period of the 2021 free agency period, doing all this will begin on the 18th of October. As usual. And they'll continue on the teams they can begin negotiating 6 p.m. on the 18th. Let me read it straight here. Teams and free agents can begin negotiating at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 18th, which is a 6 hour before the annual mantra. The mantra will begin 12:01 a.m. October 19th and will continue through noon of October 23rd. That's that. And then if you look into when would the new season begin, the actual new season for the NBA would be the 2021 season. That will begin most likely December 1st. They say most likely because they don't know how things going to work out. So they saying the beginning of December is the likelihood of the 2021 season. So keep that in mind and everything. Right now, we got players that's not playing. We got players that's this. I'm just gonna say this right now. So Spencer Dinwiddie, the Brooklyn Nets are taking the most. Let me say this: the Brooklyn Nets are taking the most hit for this restart because Kevin Durant ain't participating. Kyrie Irving ain't participating. And then come to find out, Chandler is not participating. And then DeAndre Jordan and Spencer Dinwiddie both tested positive for the coronavirus. Right away, DeAndre Jordan said, I tested positive. I'm not playing. Spencer Dinwiddie, however, took him a while. And he just now, this week, said he's not playing. So that is one. You got Spencer Dinwiddie, DeAndre Jordan, Chandler, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. That's 5 players. They have another player. They have 6 players. Claxton, who is out with shoulder surgery. He's out. That's 6 players for the Brooklyn Nets that's not joining them in Orlando. They are the 7th seed right now. They still fighting to solidify these spots. Their spot is not even solidified. And then you go around. Victor Oladipo, he's not playing. Malcolm Brogdon, he tested positive for coronavirus, but no worry if he's playing or not. So we're going to see Derrick Jones Jr. for the Miami Heat. He tested positive, but no word if he's going to join the team in in Orlando or not. Then we get down to the Wizards. They added Jaren Grant, which is good. Barton, he plans on sitting out to restart. John Wall is not coming back. And then to top it off, this week we found out Bradley Beal won't be playing in the restart. The Washington Wizards are in trouble. They're not going to have neither one of their superstars in Bradley Beal nor John Wall for the restart. It's only somebody got to get the 8th spot. And right now, it's looking good for Orlando to at least move up a spot. And I love my Magic, but it's looking good for y'all to move up a spot and get away from Milwaukee. Because Brooklyn is hurting. The Wizards is hurting. Other than that, you're looking at Milwaukee at the top, Toronto right behind them, Boston Celtics at 3rd, Miami Heat 4th, Indiana Pacers 5th, and the Philadelphia 76ers 6th. That's going to be your top 6 seeds right there. Unless one of them, like Indiana, collapse. And Philly can collapse too, because I said this to somebody before. Like Philly really don't want it, like the rest of them do. Milwaukee wants it. Giannis wants to be a champion. Toronto, they want to be a champion again, despite losing Kawhi Leonard. Boston Celtics, they want to be champion. They know what it's like to be a champion. They want that feeling again. The Miami Heat, Jimmy, them boys want it. The Philadelphia 76ers want it? That's my question going into the restart. Do the Philadelphia, led by Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, do they want it? We're going to see when July 30th get here. We're going to see when they play these games. We're going to see if they want it. Because that's my question. Do they want it? It's great that the restart is in Orlando. My Magic get home court advantage, but we don't have the horsepower. We don't have the horsepower to compete with Milwaukee, to compete with Miami, to compete with Boston, to compete with. Well, we might compete with Toronto. We might compete with Philly, but when it's all said and done, I mean, I don't see us winning it. If I'm being honest, I really don't. I don't see Orlando winning the whole thing. And anything can happen. I mean, like the only team with a home court advantage is Orlando, but I really don't see it coming out of the East. If anything, to me right now, I like Milwaukee and Boston to meet up in the East Finals. To see who goes to the finals. That's my pick right there. If I'm being honest, if I'm being completely honest, that's my pick. And then we get to the Western Conference, which is the Western Conference is always better. It's just always better. But let's go to the West side and see what we got going on. Connie Styles is out for the Mavericks, and that's it for them. Denver Nuggets, Jokic tested positive, but no word if he's stepping out or not. Assistant coach for the Nuggets he won't be joining the team in Orlando. Let's see. Nothing for the Rockets. Shamet for the Clippers. He won't be joining the team for the restart. I remember that. I actually caught that on Facebook. The Clippers, they add two-time All-Star Joakim Noah, so they beefing up that front line, man. Oh, they coming for the Lakers. And speaking of the Lakers, Avery Bradley, he's not playing. And they signed J.R. Smith to replace him. I don't know if that's going to work or not. We'll see. Dwight Howard says he is in. He will be returning to Atlanta, but he's going to be in the Lakers uniform again. One of the assistant coaches for the Los Angeles Lakers, he won't be joining the team for the restart. So that's that. Nothing going on with the Grizzlies. Nothing going on with the Pelicans of note. Even though the Pelicans have 3 players tested positive for the coronavirus, but nobody has announced of not playing or whatnot. Oklahoma City Thunder, nothing of note. The Phoenix Suns, Aubrey Jr. torn his meniscus and he's out for the restart. That's kind of Aubrey Jr. came from Washington over to Phoenix. And that's kind of a hit to them. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Portland, Trevor Ariza, he's out for the restart and he's about to spend time with his family. So Trevor Ariza will not be joining the Portland Trail Blazers in the restart. Buddy here, Lane and Parker for the Sacramento Kings. They all tested positive, but no word if they playing or not. So let's think we're on that. And the San Antonio Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge. This is a blow to the San Antonio Spurs. They would not have LaMarcus Aldridge because of shoulder surgery. He has surgery on his shoulder, so LaMarcus Aldridge would not be playing with the Spurs. He would not be joining them. Surprisingly, Greg Popovich will be there. I'm about to pray for Greg Popovich because coronavirus is something serious. I need Pop to stay healthy. Bondon Donovich for the Utah Jazz. He is out for the remainder of the season after having whisk. That's a 3-pointer loss for the Utah Jazz with Spider Mitchell and that crew right there. So in the West, you have 13 teams in the West. Let's think about this. We know both LA teams getting in. So the Lakers and the Clippers, that's 1 and 2 right now. The Nuggets behind them at 3. The Utah Jazz at 4. Oklahoma City Thunder is at 5. Chris Paul has led the Oklahoma City Thunder to the 5th seed right now, which is like amazing in itself. Right behind them is the Houston Rockets, as a matter of fact. So y'all flip CP3 and Russell Westbrook, and you telling me OKC has a better record than Houston right now, or in a better seeding position than Houston right now? What is going on here? I'm gonna leave it right there. Dallas Mavericks is at the 7th seed, and the Memphis Grizzlies are at the 8th seed. So we potentially are looking at Memphis, Portland, the Pelicans, the Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, and the Phoenix Suns battling for the 8th spot. 6 teams battling for 1 spot, essentially. This is pretty much what it said. 6 teams battling. Let me look at these. I gotta look at these standings. That's 6 teams battling for 1 spot. Now, if I just look at in the East, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 spots remaining. You have 6 spots clinched. So Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, Miami, Indiana, and Philadelphia all clinch in the East. So that leaves 7 and 8 spots fighting for between 3 teams. So my Orlando should already, I'm going to say it again, Orlando should automatically get in. If they don't get in and they lose out to Brooklyn and Washington, somebody needs to be fired. Because Brooklyn is out 6 players. Washington don't have none of their star players because Bill ain't playing. John Wall ain't playing. So Orlando is fully loaded and ready to go. You should be the 7th seed, and most likely you probably going to have to play Toronto. It is what it is. But y'all should be the 7th seed. Y'all should be in there. There's no way Orlando should not make the playoffs in their backyard. I'm just going to put that out there. Now, let me get to the weird reason why I want to look at the Center, because I'm looking at the West. So far, both LA teams have clinched. Denver's clinched. Utah's clinched. OKC is clinched. And the Houston Rockets have clinched. So now, by the way, these teams have clinched, but the seeding isn't in order yet. Nobody has clinched top spot or that spot. The seeding is still needs to be filled, even though these teams have clinched. So, Dallas, Memphis, Portland, New Orleans, Sacramento, San Antonio, and Phoenix. 7 teams battling for 2 spots in the West. This is what we're looking at right now. 7 teams battling for 2 spots in the West. This is going to be interesting here. I like Dallas. I like Luka Doncic and the Mavericks. Shout out to Alex, the Bell Tax. I know he's a Dallas fan. He's a Mavericks fan. I'm gonna shout him out because I like the Mavericks. I think the Mavs gonna find a way to stay within the playoff ranks. The main thing we're looking at Memphis with John Morant. We're looking at Portland with obviously Damian Lillard, and we're looking at the Pelicans with Zion Williamson. Which of these guys are gonna be in the playoffs? Will 1 get in? Will 2 get in? You know, most people think Memphis gonna have enough to get, but Memphis has the toughest schedule coming in though. Like this scheduling for Memphis is, I'm just putting that out there. Like that schedule is something else. Just to say, I'm just saying. So you have to see how that's gonna look, because that's Memphis has a hard behind schedule. I mean, you coming out the gate playing. Well, let me find Mitch's schedule. Your first game out the gate, which be on the 31st, is against the Portland Trailblazers. The Trailblazers. You have the Trailblazers out the gate. A team that's fighting for your spot right now. Bruh. Nah. And that's the team that's right behind you right now. You're the 8th seed, and Portland is the 9th seed. And then you got to play San Antonio after that. Then Zion Williamson, then Utah, then OKC. You West loaded. The team you play in the East is Toronto, then Boston, Milwaukee. Bruh. Look at this. The only teams you play in the East is pretty much the top 2 teams. That's the top 3. The top 3 teams. Toronto, Boston, and Milwaukee. Dude. Memphis got to cut it out. Memphis got their work cut out for them. I'm not going to lie to you. But, yo, as we get closer, I will dive into more of the scheduling. I'm just saying, though. Memphis has that is tough. Portland, San Antonio, New Orleans, Utah, OKC, Toronto, Boston, Milwaukee. Just saying, that's a lot to deal with right there. That is a lot. But hey, you know, as we get closer and closer, I will be back and I will talk more NBA stuff and things like that. So, but yo, that's gonna be hard. I just thank y'all taking a little bit of time out your day, listen to me talk some football stuff, Patrick Mahomes stupid behind contract and whatnot. I will want to shout out to the NBA and what they are doing to bring knowledge into systemic racism in this country, going with Black Lives Matter on the court every court being played in this restart. The video that they did, the opportunity for players to put messages on their jersey instead of their own name. Shout out to WNBA who came out who's gonna do when they do their restart. They're gonna have jerseys for every player that says Black Lives Matter, and on the back that says say her name, referencing to Breonna Taylor, who was unfortunately murdered due to a no-knock warrant in Louisville, Kentucky. And the jersey's gonna have Breonna Taylor's name on it for everybody playing in the restart, which is good to see. Thankful for the NBA and WNBA for taking notice on that. Jerry Jones and the NFL, but I got coming up because Jerry Jones been quiet. Stephen A. called him out. Terry Poe has called Jerry Jones out. Jordan McCoy called Jerry Jones out. Like, these owners of the NFL, they need to step it up because these owners in the NBA, they standing behind their players and they standing behind these calls. What's the NFL gonna do? I need to know what the NFL go. I know y'all talking about playing the Black National Anthem, which is lift every voice. Yeah, that's a start. But we need some concrete evidence right about now. I'm gonna sound like Stephen A. Smith right now. We need some concrete evidence from the NFL. Jerry Jones, you need to speak up. That's plain and simple. Even Stephen A. will come to Dallas for you just so you can speak up. I need these owners to speak up in the NFL because the NBA ain't playing. I need the NFL to take the same approach. With that being said, if y'all been a part of the Best on the Mic voting matches, continue to do that. We about to finish up round 1. We still got a couple more matches to go to finish up round 1 before we get into round 2. We'll be doing episode 3 in about a couple of weeks out. Myself, Bear, Texas, Alex Kazar, and Sports Wavy Dre and my boy Dre, they will be doing episode 3, recapping the first round and looking forward into the second round. Can't wait for that. But other than that, get ready to look out for, speaking of the Bear, Texas, he got his own podcast with us. He's going to be doing Cowboys talk, so he can be talking all about the Cowboys. And then his original podcast, which is the Bear Texas, it's part of the Playmakers blog. He'll do his usual stuff on there. Soccer, basketball, whatever. He'll be doing that on there, but it's part of the Playmakers blog now. I will be having my own NFL podcast called Ramley Talk, all LA Rams podcast, man. I'm gonna talk LA Rams. I'm gonna get into some of the NFL stuff. I'm gonna do my usual picks and stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to it, doing my own thing like I just did on this one, and see how that goes for me. Me and Dallas, we still together. We still partners, but we just gonna focus. Dallas just want to focus on college football, so me and Dallas will be doing college football together as usual. We're gonna see if the college football season does start. We still gonna do our group of 5 top 5 list, but we're gonna have more of a set rules for that. We're gonna be set in stone for that one. We're gonna do our usual college football talk, do our picks and stuff like that. And then I got a new way of doing NBA and college basketball talk. I'm putting them together. It's called Hoops Talk. Playmakers podcast, Hoops Talk. So I'm doing both NBA and college. I think I'm gonna put them together and do some things with that. But other than that, we got 2 online stores. We got a Threadless store, and we have a Spreadshirt store. I'm gonna put both links into the episode description, so y'all can check both of those out. Get your merch, get your Playmakers blog merch. Continue to support us, because we enjoy y'all support. Thank y'all for listening in. Thank y'all for joining me on today. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. I'll be back in a couple of weeks to do either or both Best on the Mic and Hoops Talk. So check y'all later.